Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakadash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah, those are the true names. So I'm here this morning on this Monday morning, June the 7th. I'm talking about June the 17th. I'm going to say August the 18th or 17th. Let me check again. I'm on this August the 17th, 2026 on this Monday morning. I meant to say, kind of slipping tongue the words a little bit. So out here another day. I'm doing outside lesson for the first time. And come out here to look at the names. Yes, Ezekiel Chapter definitely comes into effect. The European Union, NATO, heating up against Russia and Belarus. That's been heating up for the past couple of years, and that's a risk as well too. And then you have the situation heating up once again with the situation over in Poland. What was that, like a couple of days ago? You have the Ukrainians. They did another missile barrage. I think it accidentally hit over there in the airspace over there in Poland, like the NATO territory over there. And then once again, I think NATO has that situation of the Russians once again, because they've been blaming the Russians for quite a while now. So this is not the first time that they set the Russian airspace over there in that region. Places like Estonia, over there, Romania, different parts of Europe. So since between NATO and the Russians been heating up, and then they said NATO spent their military defense been increased just within the past couple of years, as the recent, especially with that recent NATO summit. So of course you got the business between Esau Edom over in America and Esau Edom NATO as well too. But they still got their side against the Russians and Belarus, because the tensions been heating up between Belarus and Russia. Then with that military spending, just in case if Belarus attack Russia, has the right to defend Belarus, just like Belarus has the right to defend itself. And especially for a couple of months ago, I would say like 2.5 months ago, the tensions been heating up between Belarus and Russia. Tensions might heat up against Ukraine versus Belarus. So Russia and Belarus, they've been having their military alliance been increasing, and from an economic perspective. So that's why they signed that deal like recently. I would say a couple of years back, and as of recently, just in case if they come under any attack from the European Union and NATO, they have a right to defend themselves. So that's why we start to see the tensions being heating up massively between NATO and Russia. It's like nations. The scripture says it was going to mark the third chapter. If a kingdom be divided, seven kingdoms, you see Esau Edom is being divided and so forth. So this Russia-Ukraine situation is only going to intensify. If I'm not mistaken, I would say Russia did a large, heavy missile barrage against Ukraine. Missile barrage in Moscow, Russia. I think like 60 or something. This has been the largest missile strikes ever since the war started back in 2022, February. So this is like the 5th year entering this war between Russia and Ukraine. So this has been intensified. This is I was going outside. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom." Right, so we're seeing nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, especially as nation. It says, nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, which goes into Ephesus. It says, there shall be famines and pestilence, earthquakes, darkness, places. And this is the book of Luke 21 and verse 25. It reads, it says, there shall be signs in the sun, and among the stars, and the rest of the nations will perplex the earth. Right, so we said the nations are in perplexity, but these seditions are rises. Particularly on Russia versus Ukraine. So that's intensified on a daily basis, as I was saying once before. And this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 3 and verse 1. Yeah, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 3, verse 1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time for the person of heaven. Right, so here it is time. Especially with this Russian situation. This is Ecclesiasticus, chapter 3, verse 8. It says, so he's getting the time of the world. That's what it says. That's what we say. And this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 8. And this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 8. It says, the prophets I have before thee and before thee of old prophesied both against great countries and great kingdoms of war, even the Muslims. Especially the wars and rumors of wars between Russia and Ukraine. It's intensified on a daily basis, like I was saying. So now if we can say Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. It's Ezekiel, the book of Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, set for effect, especially with this Russia-Ukraine situation. This is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 1. It says, and the Lord has the holiday. Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 2. It says, son of man, and chief institution to alongside against the righteous like Ezekiel did as we go these times. Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 3. It says, thus saith Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah by Hashem, it says, behold, I am against thee, O God, which you will see shep to them. Right, still to the start date, there's no new thing under the sun. This is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 4 degrees. It says, I'm telling you back and put prison to my charge. And bring you forth all that all the all sorts of choose all the persons. Right, so this Russian situations are this is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 5. This is push-ups. These the same this is Ezekiel chapter 6. It says, even though Turkey is not part of NATO, but Turkey is going to join the same with Russia. It says Turkey, which is Azerbaijan. It says his bands. It says all his bands, the House of Turkey of the North Korea is all his bands, many people with him. This is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 7. It says, be thou prepared. Also, Russia is nations. Russia regards some nations because Russia represents the bear in Ezekiel 38 chapter. And that's why you're still going to see tensions over there in Iraq and Syria. So I think it was another news article that took place as of today. I think it's from WIN News, which I'm subscribed to on YouTube. And I think it was another strike by the Iranians talking about co-corruption. Which you have to co-corruption on the first one. So the Iranians from the past. This is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 7. It says that he got prepared for himself and all my promise. right? So we pro-Iranian groups, proxy groups, and they all team together. So let's get into this discussion Iraq and Syria. Because Isaiah 17 verse 1 is going to come to full effect as well too. This is Ezekiel chapter 39 verse 1. It says, therefore, thou son of man, prophesy against God, thus saith Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Karadash. Behold, I'm against you, about the Jesus, and we shall too. Last to this day. Because there's no relation. It says, return me back to thee, but the sixth part of thee, I will cause it coming from the north parts, and I will bring thee upon the mount of Israel. Ezekiel 39 verse 3 reads, it says, I'm smart back So this is just a quick outside lesson that I want to bring out for the first time as of August the 17th, 2026 on the 791. And the title of the outside lesson was again Ezekiel chapter 39 verse 1. Let's go this is a situation so it's all about saying that and Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and it's only got the Son, Bahashem. In the name of Mashiach Yahushua, those are the true names in the ancient Hebrew,